Well, ladies and gentlemen, the calm before the storm ahead of this Scottish Cup fifth round tie against St Mirren away. 2 o'clock kickoff on Viaplay Sports. How is all feeling, folks? Keith here from Come On The Hoops. If this is your first time coming across the channel, please do like and subscribe below. It's free of charge. It helps my channel grow. And look at every comment below. Bit of feedback is welcome on the channel. You know, even if I like it or not, dash it up. Folks, I'm nervous. I'm quite nervous going into this game, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to kill the buzz. I think we will get results. It's not going to be the most comprehensive football. You know, we have a lot of work to do to win this title and win the Scottish Cup. You want to win this double and rescue this season, because this season has been an absolute shambles so far. And if you're a Celtic fan sitting here and thinking it's all smooth running, I think you need to have a wake-up call. We've won the derbies. We're still in the cup. We've been out of Europe since the first part of the season, and that Europe was too much for us. We had chances in Europe and we didn't do it. We weren't clinical enough. We stepped up. Some games did we get Europa League? No. We got knocked out of Cup, League Cup early against Kilmarnock, and this is time for Brendan Rodgers, as he labels himself, as a leader manager, as some fans label him as the top manager, to prove his worth, prove his salary. He needs to get the best out of these players. Forget about Carter Vickers. Forget about Alistair Johnson. Forget about Atate. They're injured. Forget about Taylor. Forget about them. You got to think about what we can put in the park and what we can work with. The last 4 goals we've scored, folks. 2 deflected goals. 2 deflected goals and 2 penalties. It's not good enough. Yes, we're growing results and people are still feeling more relaxed than ever. And some fans are feeling panicky, are feeling angry and annoyed. And that's okay, because that's the joys of being a football fan, folks. At the end of the day, we want success. We want to win the Scottish Cup. We want to win the league. And by winning leagues, you got to put on a fashion, put on a show, and have desire and commitment, because some of these players are not good enough to wear the Celtic shorts. And a lot of people were slating Nicholas Cunn the other night. He just wasn't in the game. High profile start. He should have done better. Give the guy time to sell. Give the guy time. He's only in the door and people are literally calling for his head. Ridiculous, folks. Bit of time. So this is the starting lineup for tomorrow. Thanks to my lineup app on the Android store and the Apple store. You can go on to this free of charge. Get the kit. Do the formations. All the pitch pattern. Whatever you're into. Let's go on to it. Joe Hart starting in goal tomorrow. We're in a cup competition. Let's not take the piss. Let's be honest and play our strongest team. St Mirren are 5th in the league at the moment. Yes, league form goes out of the way, but they're on a momentum, folks. They're buzzing this season. The fans are static because they know they have a chance of playing European football if they keep the momentum up, you know. That's the regards to Joe Hart. He definitely needs to start, because we could play Bain or Seacrest, but he's been one of our standout players in the last couple of games because some crucial saves. So Joe Hart in goal. Right back will be Anthony Ralston. As we know, the situation with Alistair Johnson is he got a fracture on his cheekbone. So speedy recovery. Hopefully he's not out too long, and maybe he probably have to go under operation. So fingers crossed that we get Alistair back. Look, Alistair hasn't been at the greatest form this season, but at the end of the day, Ralston needs to come in, step up to play like he did at Easter Road, and put a performance on. Bear the Bay. Different opinions on Bear the Bay. Obviously, he's only played 6 games this season. He's coming in for the injured Greg Taylor, which Taylor should be back within the next couple of days. Bear the Bay had a decent game at Easter Road. Looking back at the game, he was actually pretty decent getting forward. Got stuck in, done the hard graft. I put Naroski in with Scales. I think Welch looks very uncomfortable on the ball on Wednesday night. I think Naroski had a game against St Mirren in January and done pretty decent. So Naroski has to go in there for me with Scales. Callum McGregor, look, I've said it so many times about Callum McGregor. He needs to step up and be a proper leader. This is probably the most important season of his Celtic career. Yes, he's been the captain for the last 3 years and he's stood up in certain games, but Callum McGregor, to make himself as a legend at Celtic, seasons like this needs to count. Every game needs to count. And there's no point of him turning the style on for derby days, then go missing for other games. So we need him consistent, being in there, getting the team Like there was spells like at Easter Road, he looked like he had the captain urgency, and then spells he just didn't look like he was bothered. So hopefully Callum steps up, maybe bang a goal in. Bernardo, we seen the last time he went to St. Mirren, he was absolutely outstanding. 2 assists. He was on form that day, and the quality of the assists as well were different class. So hopefully Bernardo turns up as well. Matt O'Reilly, he's gone missing the last 4 or 5 games, so Matt O'Reilly needs to step up and get a goal at Paisley, which he's done already this season. So fingers crossed we get the Matt O'Reilly that we were seeing in the first half of the season, because you know if he wants this move away from Celtic in the summer, a lot of talk about moving on. He needs to turn the style up and get the stats up as well. I play KYOGO on the right wing. The reason why is because you look at Nicholas Gunn, high pressure game, didn't turn up, and he's going to take time for him to settle, folks. I think KYOGO in the middle, the service hasn't been great this season. I think playing him on the right flank will give him that option where he can link up play with Adam Ida. So Ida's coming off a bit of confidence, starting his first game for Celtic against Hibs, scoring them 2 crucial penalties, and that would be good for his confidence. And you know, opinion will change on him. There was fans that were very frustrated and very angry we went for Ida in the January transfer window and just didn't rate him. So hopefully he bangs the goals in for his term at Celtic on loan. Days of Maeda, we've seen the energy Maeda has, and we missed him big time. But Maeda scored against St. Mirren in the past. Good player, the energy, we need that. So that's my starting lineup, folks. Let us know in the comments, who would you start? Would you start Rockavati on the wing? Would you start Kun? Would you go for Abada? Would you change in the midfield? Let me know in the comments. And my prediction for the game, I'm going to go 1-0 Celtic. I think it's going to be very tight, cagey affair, a lot of possession, but we need to step up and get that goal. And hopefully it's a cracking goal as well from either Bernardo or Matt O'Reilly. So speak to you all soon. Regardless who puts it in the back of the net, we need to get through into the next round, to the quarterfinals. Take care. Have a good one. Hell.